Welcome to an exciting journey to the heart of Africa's largest lake, Lake Victoria. But today we're not diving into the secrets of this vast lake. Instead, our focus is on a tiny island nestled amidst its turbulent waters, Migingo Island. This speck of land has become a boiling point between Kenya and Uganda, threatening to ignite a conflict that could leave nothing but devastation in its wake. How can a tiny island barely 200 square meters in size, about half the size of a football field, become the focal point of a deadly conflict between two nations? And why are Kenyans and Ugandans fighting so fiercely over it, despite its small size and harsh living conditions? That's exactly what we're uncovering today in an adventure packed with mystery and surprises. We're starting our journey from Kenya's bustling capital, Nairobi, heading to the small town of Kisumu, our first destination. The road is long and challenging, a 4-hour drive through rough, rugged paths surrounded by breathtaking landscapes. With every passing moment, the sense of excitement and tension grows. What will the atmosphere be like on Migingo Island? The tiny speck surrounded by bizarre and captivating tales. We finally arrived at the shores of Lake Victoria, the mighty lake that feeds the Nile and serves as a lifeline for millions. There we searched for a boat to take us to our long-awaited destination. The boat ride would last a full 2 hours, battling choppy waters and fierce waves. Despite the fishermen's warnings about lake pirates, the thrill of exploration was stronger than any fear. After 2 grueling hours of sailing, Migingo Island finally emerged before us like a mirage in the middle of the lake, a metallic speck glimmering under the scorching sun, looking tiny and forgotten in the heart of the mighty lake. But reaching it wasn't that easy. As we finally set foot on the island, we were immediately met by armed men, security forces from both Uganda and Kenya, who control the island and decide who gets in and out. They strictly prohibit any photography, escorting tourists to a nearby small island used as a security checkpoint. The atmosphere was tense, and a creeping sense of unease settled over us. Something definitely wasn't right here. After long negotiations and a minimum entry fee of $250, we were finally granted access to Migingo Island. The moment we set foot on the island, we were struck by an unusual sight: cramped metal shacks stacked like sardine cans, rusted tin roofs, and narrow alleys barely wide enough for 2 people. The island seemed impossibly overcrowded, with over 1,000 Kenyans and Ugandans crammed together, all focused on a single pursuit: fishing. Their prize catch? The Nile tilapia, a fish sold for hundreds of dollars in global markets. It seems that the conflict over the island isn't just about the land, but about the hidden wealth beneath the lake's waters. But the island isn't a paradise for fishermen. It's a hell of chaos and crime. Here, there are no real laws governing the island. Everything runs on tribal alliances and shared interests. Fugitives from justice find refuge here, while warlords and gangs exploit the place for their own gains. Migingo isn't just a tiny island, it's a piece of hell ignited by the Nile perch. This massive fish, which can fetch up to $300 per kilogram on the global market, is the bloody secret behind the island's conflict. While the Kenyans insist the island belongs to them, the Ugandans hold on to it, relying on colonial-era maps drawn by the British, but with 2 very different interpretations. Whoever controls the island controls a massive fortune, as exporting Nile perch brings in millions of dollars every year. So it's no surprise that on the island, there's something like a mini-state ruled by local leaders who share profits, regulate fishing, and impose taxes. As night fell, the island transformed into a whole different world. The sound of music blared from speakers as groups of fishermen gathered around crackling fires, sharing tales of fishing adventures and lake legends. But the atmosphere was tense. The place was never free from brawls and violence. you'll hear the sounds of fishermen returning with the day's catch. But for visitors heading to this island, it's a challenging and complicated experience. It's not uncommon for the boat that brings you here to get stolen, just like what happened to some unfortunate visitors. Don't be surprised, my friend, it really did happen. In the end, Migingo may seem like just a tiny island in the middle of the lake, but whoever controls it holds the key to an invaluable fishing fortune, reaping massive profits amid a chaos that knows no stability. The island stands as a symbol of conflict between the Great Lakes nations of Africa, a ticking time bomb that could ignite a war at any moment. This is Migingo, the island of secrets and dangers. Can any nation truly seize control and restore order, or will it remain an eternal battleground, its flames fueled by the waves of Lake Victoria? And that brings us to the end of today's video, my dear friends. If you made it this far, then you're truly a legend, and I'm so proud to have you here watching. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me keep going. Don't worry, my friend, it's totally free.